Okay, and start. So yeah, welcome back. I'm posting a little bit later today, purely because I basically spent the entire day trying to make. I guess that's fine. Um, Basically making myself a standing desk. So I just noticed that basically I've been having posture issues recently, right? Um, and I noticed that what a lot of artists would do is they just basically have like a desk where they like stand and they draw on like a standing desk, so they're not like bending over like this, right? Um, and so yeah, the thing is, I don't like, but my actual table doesn't like lift up at all, so I'm stuck at a single height. Basically, what I did is I just took this. Here's my like usual table, right? I just basically made like a box, like with like three sides on it, and then I just put my monitor on there. So yeah, basically I'm just like standing in front of that right now. So I'm just gonna try to see how this works out. Um, Hopefully, I should be more active and stuff with it. And like, I'm not gonna have nearly as bad of a back after that recording, or after this recording. But yeah, anyways, welcome back. Um, Basically, I just have to solve a couple of issues that just kind of left unresolved from last time. First of all, I need to move this a little bit up, right? Because the wrist needs to start at this point. So I'm actually going to start with that. Oh, would you look at that? Do, 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 do. Alright, let me figure out this muscle situation. This actually isn't as bad as you think. Like this little bit here, right? Because that is something that can happen with hands. It's just, I think this is a little bit too thick. I think I can. Yeah, also, I need to remove this line here. Oh boy. Okay. Yep. There we are. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So here's that. Yeah. So basically, what I need to just do is I need to draw the clothes on this person, finish this hand, and then I just draw on this other person. So, yeah, I'm just gonna start with the hand actually. So, let me think. Uh, okay, let's actually just consider the actual 3D space here. Yeah, okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to, or to make everything easier, right, I'm just going to erase everything. So, yeah, so what I'm gonna do actually first, so I'm just gonna erase all this outer stuff, and I'm just going to do like a harder erase inside, just to make sure that like I have knowledge of like what actual space is being occupied here. And I know that this isn't technically like the greatest way to go about all this stuff, right? But like, I don't want to be like overly fancy with it because I am still learning this stuff, so I don't want to go overboard. So yeah, da, 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 begun, begun. So yeah. Do. Okay, and I think that's it, right? Final check. Okay, yeah. So I just need this just to make sure that I know what space this is supposed to like be on. All right. And I think one of the big things that I might want to do is I want to something like that, maybe. So let's see. All right. So this is the thumb side, right? If I make the fingers nope, that doesn't work. Okay, let me just do, right? And if I basically just kind of make the fingers into a fist, I think that's gonna be the simplest thing for this. That works. Okay, I'm just gonna start with this finger, right? So that's not right. That's not right because all of this stuff actually kind of goes in like that and like that and then like that and completely takes out that whole area there, which I in turn can just do this too, like that, and then there we have a pinky. Very, very precise in my erasing here. Can we just actually just turn down the opacity of this, right? And then just trace over here. So this like that. I think so. Alright, so there's that. I feel like I should talk about something, but I don't really know what to talk about. Also this bit here. I don't know if I like that actually. So actually, yes. See, yeah, because this actually goes up a little bit more like that. Alright, that sort of works, I guess. I'm hoping that like the rest of this hand is going to make this a whole lot better. 2, 3, 4, right? So I have the right number of fingers. And then the thumb is back here, so I actually don't even really draw it. There's nothing really to draw. I guess that feels way too simple. That doesn't feel right. Something's wrong. I can feel it. Something incorrect. Why is there like a bend in this? This makes no sense. Oh, because it's a bend. Oh, it's supposed to be around the corner. That's why. Oh, that's so weird. I know this isn't ideal, but like, it's something. Yeah, My issue with the table that I'm using right now, like the standing table thingy, right, is that it's a little bit wobbly. Like, obviously nothing's wobbly on your end because it's a screen recording, but on my end, it's generally getting a little bit annoying. I guess I'll live with it. I don't know if I wanna. All right. Yeah. So, anyways, it's time for the clothes. Okay. I have. Oh boy, yeah, my microphone's further away, so whenever I like look down. Wait, can you hear me from here? Hello. Yeah, you can. Okay, so perfect. Huh. This is a really good microphone. Wow. Okay. But yeah. I have this person's character page right here, and basically I just need to make a basic striped shirt and then just basic sports pants, and that's it. So this isn't gonna be too big of a deal, hopefully. What's this? Why is there 3 layers in here? Oh, because this goes in back. This goes all the way down here. Do. All right. Ooh, I don't know if I like. This is really far forward. I think that's the issue. Maybe if I bring it back a little bit, it'll work better. Like, just out of pure curiosity, what happened? Okay, so I basically take all this back, right? That is actually so much better. Okay, yeah. So I take all this back and I just edit the neck a little bit for that. So, yep, there it is. Here's the neck layer. So yeah, I'm just going to... I don't even necessarily have to edit the position of the neck. I just need to make it a little bit more like this. Yeah, I guess that's better. Okay. I need to like smooth this stuff out. Maybe it's not the best idea to do it on this layer, but whatever. All right. Okay. So, right. The way this shirt works is that it is basically. I don't like this bit. Hold on. Before I even start. Yeah, I don't think this bit actually is going to even show. If it does, it's like here. Almost. Yeah, because I did something really weird with this collarbone, I remember. So, this isn't exactly right. Yeah. So yeah, that's that done. So I'll now just move on to the shirt. The shirt should be starting somewhere about here. Do. All right, and then basically just kind of go here. I use steady clothing a lot more. I know that that's one of my big issues, that I don't actually understand clothing as much, and like cloth in general. So, let me see, it should be hanging off this here. Need to erase that. There's like spots here. that I'm gonna need to go through and erase from the rendering. Ew, what is this one? What happened here? There's so many mistakes in it. Yeah, this is why people don't actually usually render this as much. Like they'll render smaller buildings and stuff. Like if you see like a massive cityscape, that's probably not hand drawn. Like it could be, but it's very unlikely with the deadlines. So yeah. Oh wait, hold on. I see what I made a mistake here slightly. Here, and it should actually coalesce here, and then go into that. Yep. Okay. And then I believe this should be a lot longer here until we get to this point. No. And once again, stuff should be a whole lot more here. Like that, give or take, and then something along these lines. I think this might be a little bit too high. Let me see. If I was to like take this down a little bit, it's fine. Yeah, I think it's. Yeah, I think I could do better from a little bit less height, perhaps, and then I'll just raise this up like that, and I'll do that. Mm-hmm. Do. Mm-hmm. Alright, something like that, I guess. What does it look like if I take this out? Not great, but again, this is purely because I just genuinely don't understand clothing that much. I definitely need to study that, and I think I'll probably do like a video, maybe like just me trying this out at one point, but yeah. For now, I'm just going to have to suffer the consequences of my ignorance. So, yeah, this arm is a little bit too long, I feel like, but it's within the realm of feasibility, so it's not the worst mistake I could be making, but it's definitely not great. Now the pants. Yep. Don't like that start. Figure that bit out later. And then what I actually need to figure out is this bit. So like I know there's that should be like something like that, but I don't know like exactly how that effect is supposed to work. So let me think. So it should bunch up here, here, and then maybe like if I like split it up like that, and then like that, and then I just kind of like do. No, that's not gonna work. Like that. Like that. So like if I at least the right direction. I don't think it is. Alright, well, when in doubt, look at a reference. So, oh boy. Oh, there it is. My phone was a little bit too far away. I will. Can you hear me from here? Okay, it's gonna be a little bit quieter because I sat down, but I'm just going to quickly look up a reference for a. So hold on. See. Alright, well I found something. I don't know how relevant it is for my current situation, but the way that it seems to be saying that this bit takes priority. Here, and then oh wait, no, hold on, but it doesn't actually bend up, it bends kind of like this, and then like that, and so does this, so it's kind of also bends like this. So hold on, don't know if I like that. I don't know if that's something that I'm that massive of a fan of, to be completely honest. I think that this could definitely use some work, but once again, I have no real idea what I'm doing here. So for all I know, that could be correct, but I don't think that is. Certainly doesn't inspire too much confidence in me. Yeah. The thing here, though, this. Oh no. Right. So this here should reach up like that, I guess, and then like if I was to take this entirely off, I think what needs to happen is this needs to kind of go like that, at least. Like, I think I have way more problems than just this, but if nothing else, I think at least that needs to be, and then like that needs to be kind of like also. Nah. I feel like there just isn't enough. Maybe like this, and then like, kind of like this. And if I cross hatch it like this. I'll tolerate it. I don't know, I don't wanna, but I have to. Don't really have another choice in this. Alright, now what I'll do is I'll just start erasing a bunch of this. So, dude, be extremely careful. So like here I can be as uncareful as I want because here everything is covered by clothes. So there's nothing to lose from, whoops. There is something to lose, hold on. There we are, fixed it. By the way, I should probably like do this here as well. Okay, this should be a little bit more organized. No, I don't like that. I think if I, oh boy, here rough. What does rough do? It's not bad. Alright, and now I guess now I can erase. Do. And I'll be more precise when it comes to stuff that like matters more. Alright, and now downsize this brush for these. Again, this isn't the worst thing I've ever drawn, but it's not the best. I feel like if I studied this more, I would have done better. But for where I am right now, it's tolerable. It's not ideal, obviously, but yeah, I can manage. Okay, now it's time for the detailing bit. Whew, okay, let me just sit down for a second. Okay, so should go there. Let's start there. Okay. All right. So, if I was to kind of do that, like that, right? And then it's a little bit lower on the arms. Start there, and then sort of kinda here to here. Something along these lines. And then there should be one more section here. Like that, and then there should be a section here to give or take. No. Like that, right? And then this should reach like that. And like that. Okay, so yeah, because this shirt is striped, so what I want to do now is I want to experiment with two options that I have. Option one, that's jarring. That doesn't work. So I guess option 2 it is then. Or essentially what I do is I just hatch this out. Okay. Give or take. Oh, I have to do this like 4 more times. I'm so annoyed. Okay, so that's the first one done. Is there some way to do this automatically? My goodness. There's gotta be, right? This is pain. This arm is too long and skinny, and I don't like it because it's not arms look. We're just gonna say it's like a stain or something. It's fine. Here, do. This is why layers are important. Okay, that took a lot. Okay, and now the pants, I need to do them as well. I wanna. So yeah, I'm thinking of maybe like putting some kind of like line through them, like you know, like Adidas pants have lines. Like I said that again, by the way, so you're gonna hear me a little bit quieter now. But yeah, so yeah, basically what I'm thinking is if I look up. Yeah, okay, so there's actually multiple lines going through these pants, but I may want to simplify it down to one or two at most. All right. Let's see. Oh, I love how you can see it through the hatchings, like the outline of it a little bit. It's really nice. I love when that happens. Because what it means is I wasn't lazy with the hatchings, and I was actually like, doing fairly nicely. No, okay, sorry, that's just that. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. So basically, let me check this out. This doesn't really add anything. This doesn't actually work out. Hold on. Something like that, I guess. Oh boy. Is there like a tool I can use to like automatically hatch stuff maybe? Like, please, I wanna just... Does this stuff do anything actually useful? Like if I was to say, for example, right, do like do say like do All right, let's just purely as a test. So I go here and I just do. That does nothing. That does nothing at all. That is entirely useless. Maybe if I do like this. Please? Something? Something happen? Okay, that does nothing. That's useless. If I go here, that looks horrible. Maybe dark speed lines. Do. That's absolutely useless. Rain. Not as useful as I thought it'd be. Maybe if I put it here. What about like here? It just doesn't appear. What? Fine, you know what? I'll just hatch it out again. Ugh. I don't wanna. This is so much work. Okay, just making sure that I got it on the right layer, because that would have been a nightmare to clean up if it wasn't. This feels like something a computer should do. This feels like I don't feel like I need to do this at all. I feel like there's like probably some tool out there that just does all of this for me, but like I guess the fill tool would be this, but like the fill tool loses all the texture, which I don't like. So if I just like continue doing this, alright, and now what I do is I cross hatch all of this because I want a slightly darker look to this. Alright, I'm just gonna say it like this. If how long is we going? Okay, so yeah, I feel like this is probably gonna take over an hour. So I think I'm probably just gonna like stop once I'm done with the clothes on this guy. Like basically, once I'm done with this guy entirely, right? I'm just gonna stop the entire recording, because it's a lot later than I would like it to be right now, and I'm getting a little bit tired. So, and this is very repetitive. I don't think I have the spirit to do a full human right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna probably like another full human is what I mean. Like I'll finish this guy obviously, but I'll probably just end recording after I finish this guy and just like start the other person in the next video. So yeah. Like I know that I should definitely work. Thing is, I understand how people get like this type of stuff done in a week. I have massive respect for them, right? But like I get it. I know how they do it. Basically, what they do is they just, do this as a full-time job, right? And so they actually spend hours on end. Like I spend 2 hours, give or take. Cause like I don't draw this stuff after recording, right? As you can like, if you look at their recordings, you'll notice that like I start exactly where I left off on the other one. Because the entire purpose of these recordings is to get me to actually work. And so, so yeah, like I'm not working at this like all that much, right? Like if I worked at this more every day, I put more hours into this, I feel like I probably would be able to like do like a week-long deadline at some point, right? Maybe not immediately, obviously, because like the thing is, I don't even think I have like even if I did put in the hours, I don't think I have the skills to like do it that quickly right at the moment. But like in due time, I think that would be feasible. But yeah, but like the thing is, I have other things I do besides this. Like this isn't like any kind of job for me. So yeah, and especially like come September, I'll be in college, so I'll be doing this a lot less. Like I'll probably like drop significantly in the like amount of time per recording. Like right now I do like 1-2 hour long videos. I'll probably drop that quite a bit by the time by like September-ish. And also be uploading at a vastly different time because like it's a very different time zone as well. So yeah. Here, like that. I love like the neon look that you get when you like kind of just do it like when you have like all of this shading here and then you have nothing here. I like the look that it kind of gives off a little bit. So yeah, what I'm gonna do right before the kind of last thing, we're going to go through with a hard eraser and just like, actually I'm gonna go with a vector eraser because these are a lot more precise about what they erase and what they don't. That's not good. And I'll just go through and I'll just like take out any like spots here that I kind of missed when I was doing all this. Like when I was erasing this bit. So yeah, because I don't want there to be any darker spots. Like see that right there needs to go. Alright, yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, and then I actually noticed another small issue. If I decrease this brush size by even more than that, I'll get here, and there was this bit that was kind of hanging off. And then I'll also hatch a little bit in here. And then a little bit more up. That doesn't fit anything. Hatch a little bit more up here. Yeah, give or take. Alright, yay. That's 1/2, basically, of this image done. Ish, do. And now I need to do this person, right? But I don't have the spirit to do a full person anymore, so yeah. Hope you enjoyed. I feel a whole lot better from standing, I feel like. Like, it's a lot more tiring to stand the entire recording, but that's good in other ways. So yeah, anyways, thank you for watching. Bye.